Welcome to the Kill Your Pride mini episode, a small segment about the life journey of our guest. My name is Danny. I'm here with my co-host,
KYP James.
KG.
and we have another special guest. He is part of the management staff of the Montreal Lions. Give a hand of applause to Daniel.
Thank
Bro, what's up, man?
Welcome. Thank you for having me on here, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I know you and Kevin go way back, way back. So for our audience, can you guys kind of disclose like what's your relationship back in the days? Like, how do you guys know each other?
Yeah, high school, man. We went to the same high school for like 3-4 years, I think, and then you left for the last two, right? But we played basketball together. We were on the same team. He was my point guard. I was on the bench, deep on the bench. I was the dude where it's like a player is fucking up, and then our coach would be like, "Yo, Kevin, go get his ass. Go get his ass." You know. Yeah.
2 minutes later, Kev back on the bench sitting clapping. Yeah. No, me Kev go way back. Grade 7. I was new to St. George's. I think you come from elementary school at the time.
I came from elementary school.
So you came from elementary school. I was coming in. I think we were in the first same gym class with Mr. Fulkerson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how it kind of all started. We're in the same gym class. You don't really talk to people your first kind of year.
Yeah.
The first day, at high school. So, but Kev, we kind of just talked. I think we had to become partners for an activity or something in gym class. And then next thing you know, like you said, we became good friends, played sports together, soccer, basketball.
We would go to your house after school.
Yeah.
Play basketball. He has a hoop. You know, he lowers it like to 9 or around 9 feet, and he's just fucking dunking on us.
Yeah. No, Phil Pike too. That was another one out there. Yeah. With us.
Now I know why you inviting our asses over so you can fucking dunk on us.
Listen, I had to practice. I had to get some practice.
Yeah. So, been a long time since high school. You know, I think a lot of people in our high school we kind of disconnected when we graduated, right? So it's been a long time. What have you been doing since we last saw each other?
Since high school, obviously went off high school in the United States, spent a couple of years out there, and got the opportunity to go ahead and play Division I basketball. Spent 2 years at Cleveland State. Hell of a journey. Just to get there in general, like coming from Montreal at the time, and just in Canada, I was scrawny kid, short kid, didn't think I could make it. Ended up getting an opportunity, transferred out of there, spent a year off at Arizona State, sat out, got hurt along my journey, had a couple of surgeries. That was my biggest downfall. Came back here to Canada, finish up my second degree. Basically, that's it. And then I ran into you on the street, I think, one day. Years ago.
I think, in college. And then recently we caught up over dinner. Yeah. But I remember when you were about to go to prep school, like transfer out of St. George's, we were all so hyped. We're like, oh, fuck, we're going to know an NBA player.
That was the dream, man.
Because he was the nicest kid in Quebec. Like, he smokes everybody in Quebec.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a few that get out of this province, right, for basketball?
Yeah. I mean, we got some right now. You got, like, Lou Dort, NBA dude.
Yes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
also got Ben Maturin, another NBA dude. You got a couple coming out of here now.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But it's how's the competition here to get out of here?
It's tough. I think you see all these kids that do get out of here end up in the States for high school. Yeah. That's where you're getting out. I'm not saying you can't get out here. You definitely can. But obviously, it's still tough. Like, Canada's still growing in that aspect of basketball. The States has it figured out.
Of course.
So that's just it. It's just about Canada kind of trying to catch up to it. But listen, they're making an impact. They're definitely getting there.
With the Raptors, eh?
Yeah, exactly. You saw them win the championship. Like, that was huge for Canada and basketball.
Yeah. For the country.
Yeah, it's huge.
Was it a big switch for you when you started competing in the U.S. circuit?
Yeah, definitely a huge switch for me. Very humbling. Like I said, I'm a small kid. I was a small kid. I'm a scrawny kid. I'm not a big buff dude. So I had to learn the hard way. I was getting pushed around, beaten up, and I had to really take a step back and be like, is this for me? Is this something I really want to do? Like, it's a whole nother level. And I had a conversation with Trevor Williams, who's one of my biggest inspirations in basketball, and put the ball in my hand in the first place. And you know, I really thought about like, yo, why am I here? Like, do I have this gift? Is this for me? Like, I really needed to figure out, like, do I really want to pursue this at the time? And, you know, he believed in me. He talked to me and he kind of warned me a bit. And then it's kind of just once you kind of put your head down, it's like, yo, I'm not giving up. All this time I spent to get here, I'm not going to quit now on, you know, my friends, my family, people who invested time into me.
Yeah.
Then you get this mentality of like, yo, I got a chip on my shoulder. Like, I'm ready to go to war. And then I got that mentality of like, yo, I'm a small guy, but I could jump. I'm athletic. I have a gift to shoot the basketball. Like, I'm ready to compete. Like, I'm going to go head to head no matter what your name is in front of me. Like, I'm going to compete. I'm not going to back down. You could hit me. I'm going to come back and I'll take the next hit. Like, let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
He's got that dog in him.
Kobe
He's got
shit.
some dog in him.
You got the Mamba mentality right
and
there,
I'm a calm dude. Like, I'm a quiet dude.
He's
like,
always chill.
chill.
He's Kobe,
Even when I
bro.
play, I'm quiet. But like,
Yeah, it's
we
nice.
could dance if you want to dance. You know, I'm not scared of it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So they definitely tested you out there.
Oh,
right?
100%. They'll test anybody. Because for them, like, you got to think, like, that's, like, that basketball defies, for some people, everything in their life. Like, that's their way out of any situation they might be in.
Yeah.
You
Their
know,
family might be depending on it.
dependent, like, all that. So
A lot of pressure.
it's a lot of pressure. And, like, you know, you could come from that aspect and I could come from a different aspect of, like, hey, like, I'm just doing this because I love doing it, but I don't need it. Like, you know, I have other dreams and
okay.
aspirations and I'll be okay, you know? So it's kind of like you see that and you got to be like, that could be my teammate who's like my boy, but at the same time, he's like, yo, he's competing against me. He wants out.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like, I'm competing against him. And it's just like, you're your boy, but at the same time, it's like, you know what you're playing for.
Yeah.
You both know what's at stake.
There's only a few spots.
Like, there's only a few spots. Like, you know, like, I'm going to have your back, but at the end of the day, like, when push comes to shove,
Damn.
you know, it's a cold. It could be a cold world.
It was lonely out there, right?
It's lonely at times.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got your boys and stuff, like people you gonna play for and all that. I do think it's big. It's all mental game. I think if you're mentally strong and mentally fit, I think you could kind of, you know, go anywhere. You know, compete with anybody. Like, it's all mental. Like, you'll have skill and stuff like that, obviously, and then, but mentally, like, that's where it is. Like, that's what's gonna defy, like, good people from great people, is how mentally fit you can be and mentally strong.
And speaking of like mentally fit, I know, and you mentioned earlier in Arizona, you got your injury.
Yeah.
First of all, like, what was your injury? And number two, I know you said you had other things in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did that really help you get out of that hole? Because I know for me, when I used to play football in high school and I got my 2 concussions,
Yeah.
and I had to quit after the doctor said that you'll be permanently brain damaged from CTE, that it was the end of me. I didn't know what I wanted to do after.
Yeah. So to go off of that, the first knee injury I had that I think was like my biggest turning point was in high school. So my junior year, I tore my knee. I tore almost every ligament, ACL, MCL,
What happened? You fell?
PCL, LCL. I just took a wrong step in the game, like just a natural 2 minutes in.
Damn.
You know, like you see a video, my knee just boom, like snap, gave
Was
out.
it wet or something? Like slippery?
It was just awkward. My foot just took a wrong step, and you saw my knee just buckle. That was, I think, like my first like eye opening to like life outside of basketball. You know, and you're 17. I was 17 at the time. Like, you have all these schools recruiting you. You know, you see things starting to happen for you, and it's like nobody wants to take that chance on you now that you're hurt. You know, I got to start all over, and it's like
cutthroat, bro.
cutthroat. I don't have time.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to play another high school game for, you know, over a year and a half. Like, I maybe played my senior year like 2-3 games, if that.
Damn.
And that really kind of fucked me up mentally. You know, you're scared to come back. You know, you don't have that trust and ability, and you're fighting this pain. Anyways, I was lucky enough to kind of overcome it and get another opportunity from a different university, and took that.
Arizona?
No, Cleveland State.
Cleveland
so
State,
I was
gotcha.
there. Yeah, so Cleveland State freshman year, ended up hurting my knee again. Couple games like midway through the season.
Whoa.
Fractured a bone on the side of my knee. Had to get it cleaned out. We had to redo it. So that kind of sucked too. So I was like, damn, 2 knee surgeries.
Different legs?
Same leg, all on my left
Oh,
leg. All on my left
yo.
leg. Yeah.
It's rough,
So
man. It's fucked.
So, you know, you kind of come back from that, played another year, went off to Arizona State, sat out a year there. Came back actually here to Montreal. Played a year right away, tore it again. 2 games into my season up here at Bishop's University. Just finished off my second degree. Tore my knee again.
Yo.
But actually, the big piggyback of that, when I was at Arizona State, I forgot to mention that, I had a hip surgery.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my
For what
God.
reason?
I just had like a bone fragment that was just displaced, and then my labrum was torn. But that was just more of like a pain thing. Like I could play, like I could play. It was just, you know, like, yeah, it's just discomfort, and I have to sit out anyways. Like I need to, why not like get operated? So I got operated. But like throughout all that, like you start to realize like, damn, I sacrificed so much for basketball, but what outside of basketball? Because you start seeing your career just kind of dwindle down, you know, like your athleticism, you're just not yourself. Like you see it even in NBA dudes, so you're not yourself. So you got to start thinking quick of like, hey, what do I want to do when it's over? Because you don't think about when it's over, you know, like you never think about when it's over, because you're riding this high. You're chasing your dream. You're playing on ESPN. You know, I played against Kentucky. I'm living my dreams. I got Max, our boy Max, sending me pictures of watching me on TV. Like, it's crazy. So like, you don't think outside of what's next after basketball, but like when you see things starting to happen, it's like you kind of
the bubbles popped, eh?
Yeah, and then you kind of realize the people around you, like how focused they are on just basketball define your life. But at the end of the day, it's like that's gonna stop, and when that stops, like you gotta have some sort of dreams and aspirations and things you're passionate about outside, even on to do for pros. Like you see people invest and have companies and liquor companies. Like you gotta have some sort of other passion. You can't let basketball defy who you are. And I realized that, and I gotta realize that it was hard. It's hard to let go. I think in life in general, no matter what it is that you're so passionate about that you might love, I think it's hard to let go. That was my biggest thing, is learning how to step away from the game.
Wow.
And what helped you transition? And I mean, I'm guessing your love for ball helped you transition towards being a manager at the Lions. But what was the journey after your from your injury to becoming a manager?
Yeah, so my journey after that, so I got injured, finished up my degree. I kind of actually took some time off, traveled, went to Asia, spent 3 months in Asia, kind of figuring out what I really wanted to do at the time. And actually, it's piggyback to like Trevor Williams. He's in contact with Joel Anthony, who's the general manager of the team. Great dude. Played in the NBA with LeBron James, has 2 NBA championships with the Miami Heat. And gave him my number, just said, you know, hit this guy up. He played ball. Wow. He understands how it works within a team and a system and a professional team. Like, I know I played at that high college level. So like, I know how you travel is beautiful. Like you got hotel, you got your per diem, you're eating 5-star meals. Like, you know, they take care of you. So like, I know what it's like to be a player. And I was like, you know, I love to see the other side, because as a player, you don't give credit to the front office. You don't give credit to the person who's booking your bus and making sure your flight's on time, and, you know, like all those logistic stuffs. And it's like, you know, like I want to step away from being off the court and like not being a coach, and not, I'd want to be like, I want to be behind the scenes and like work within the front office, get to know these dudes. Like, you know, like it was a cool experience. So he called me and he offered me the opportunity to come work for them, and I jumped at the opportunity.
Of course. Yeah.
It's my second year with them, and I'm like, I love it. You know, great staff, not from him, just from everybody in the organization. Like, wonderful people, man. Wonderful people.
And like all those logistics in the back end operations, that was just you being a player, seeing all of that happening in the back, or did you go to school, learn that on the side?
No, it's all being a player, you know. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't, you know, you kind of get thrown in the position, and it's like, you kind of gotta, like, in a sense, you understand as a player like how it works, you know, because the person my job, I knew the dude who did my job. You know, he was in charge of our scheduling, letting me know I had a meeting, letting us know team dinner this time, where to be. Like, so you see it firsthand, you know. And then obviously I got thrown in the position. It's a learning curve. You know, there's a lot of things like you might forget, and little things you don't really think of in the instance, and you got to kind of like go back and be like, oh man, I didn't really think about that. And it's like, shit, I got to fix that real quick. You know, like there's a lot of little things at first that'll slip your mind. But yeah, it's kind of just being there as a player. I think I knew how to deal with it on the other side. Obviously, you know, the front office helped me too in a lot of ways.
What's your favorite part of the job?
Favorite part of the job? That's a great question. I think being able to build a relationship with the players.
That's cool, right?
Yeah. Like you see, like, being able to be close with them, it's cool. Like I got to kick it with the players, but at the same time, it's like I'm with the front office, so I see like how we do on the other
the
side.
middle right
I'm the
now.
middleman.
Used to
I'm
be
the
a
middleman.
player. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I get
yeah.
the best of both worlds.
You
You
can
probably
relate to that.
connect to you pretty well, right?
Yeah,
Knowing your past,
exactly.
past
Like,
player.
Players, yeah, you relate. You know what they're going through.
and I'm their age. You know, they're all around my age. Maybe some of them, maybe a bit older. A lot of them too younger. So it's like, and some of these dudes, even from Montreal, who are on the team, like local dudes, like I played with growing up. Like they know me. Or,
oh shit, yeah.
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I know them from a long time ago. So it's like
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's trust. Trust
yeah,
is
it's
there.
trust.
Yeah.
Trust is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love it.
Yo, sick job, man. You're
Yeah,
surrounded
yeah.
by people you fuck with.
Yo, that's it. I'm happy to go to work. Like I could wake up. I'm not chasing no check. I'm happy. I'm like I'm chasing happiness, man. I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in a great place. So I'm waking up and I love what I do.
Yeah, I think that suits you so well. You're
Yeah.
still around your passion,
I'm still
right?
around my
That's
passion.
so rare, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone works where they love.
That's
right?
fate, man. That's
Yeah.
fate.
That's
Yeah.
fate, yeah.
But also the fact that, you know, sometimes when you're around something that you really like, but you're not part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're surrounded by young players who are very ambitious. How do you cope with that feeling sometimes? Do you have those feelings sometimes that you say, this could have been me if I took care of my body a lot more?
Or if you're
Oh,
more
man.
lucky, yeah.
All the time. Like I think even to this day, I think like it's always gonna stick with you. You know, when you put so much time and I sacrifice. Like yo, I never went out.
No, this
I
guy
never
was
went out.
very strict. Like he was very serious about his basketball,
look at
even
the
in
gym.
high school.
In high school,
Yeah.
like yo, I took my shit like seriously.
Yeah.
Like I'm a calm dude. I didn't go out. I don't think I really went out until university.
Mamba,
Like
you're Mamba, bro.
yeah, but in a sense, it's like, you know, like I loved what I did. Like that was it. Like, you know, like I'm watching this every day on TV.
Yeah.
I love what I did. But yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I do think about it. I do think about it all the time. When I watch these guys on college, I'm like, damn. I look at my college jersey that I have hanging up, and I'm like, damn. I blinked and it was over.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like if I did take care of my body better, if I didn't feel like I need a rush to get back because someone else was gonna take my spot, like that's what I'm scared of. So you don't take your rehab as like long as it should because you're cutting your time being like, yo, I need that
You need the rest.
because I need to get to the next step and I want to get to here and here. So I never took care of my body like I should, and that's on me. Like now I look back, I look at it and like I didn't do my rehab as 110% as I should have. I probably did it like 90 sometimes maybe 80, you know, but at the same time, it's like, yo, I had so much pressure around me that I feel like I needed to chase that it's like the second I thought I felt good, I would brush off knowing that I'm not good, being like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I know it's tough. Like, you know, it's funny because I'm more of a football guy.
Yeah.
You can ask the guys, like they laugh at me for all the questions I asked about them about ball. I'm like, what's a point guard? But a lot of people don't realize when it comes to physical sport, it's not a race, it's a marathon. And you even see in the NFL right now, there's two players in particular, I can't remember their names, but one of them is a wide receiver. And every time he catches the ball, he just throws himself on the ground and gives himself out because he doesn't want to get hit. Because he wants to continue his career.
Like Tyler
20.
Lockett or something.
Yeah,
Like
Tyler
Seattle.
Lockett.
Yeah, I think it's him. Every time he catches the ball, it's like he falls.
He falls.
People shit on him for fantasy points. It's like, yo, you're not getting me any yards, bro. Yo, get up and run. But no, that's like he's longevity. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's doing something that is going to be better for his career in a sense.
And I'm sure at the pro level, that's a huge priority, right, for the team and management.
Yeah, huge priority. But also you got to think like, yo, their budget, like they're spending millions of dollars on their body.
Yeah.
I'm a university kid using university
Resources,
facilities.
yeah.
You know, not saying that they're not top of the state facilities, but at the same time, it's like it's different.
still
you know,
government, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's different. It's you got to rush. You feel rushed.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're gonna even if you say like, yeah, I'm good. Like, yo, you're not good.
One question I always ask the people is like, what is one thing you didn't believe was true until you did something that you love?
That's a great question. Say that one more time for me.
What
I
is
gotta really think about this.
Yeah, what is something that you didn't believe was true until you did something that you truly loved?
For me, I'm gonna say I didn't believe in myself.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a twist on this. I didn't believe in myself. I had other people believe in me, but I never believed in myself until I got to where I got. Until I got to the States and kind of started making a name for myself and got recruited. Until then, like basketball, like I never really I loved it, but I never really believed in myself and my ability. So once I like learned to believe in myself and be like, yo, I'm here for a reason, Daniel. Like, stop doubting yourself. Stop looking in the mirror and like second guessing everything you're doing and comparing yourself to this player and that player and this player. And like, yo, you're here for a reason. Like, find that reason and go with that. And don't let no one take that reason from you.
That's so powerful.
So well put. Wow.
Yeah.
Good, man.
I think a lot of people do lack that self-confidence in themselves, and they do, like, even for each one of us, and Jenna sitting in the background, we really never believed in ourselves until, like, let's say for me, I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
I never called myself a professional photographer until people called me professional. And then I look back and I'm like, I just never had the confidence to do that. So I think it's a really great way to end this mini interview. And I always ask our guests, where can we find you?
Find me. I'm on Instagram. You guys can find me on Instagram, Daniel.Harris9. I'll be on there. Yeah.
And they can come see you at the games, right?
Come see me at the games. So go support the Montreal Lions.
Where do they play at?
We play at Verdun. Right now the season's over, so but next year, 2024, we'll be back.
And generally, when do they start the season?
We'll start in April, usually April, May. May, definitely the season gets kicked off. But yeah, other than that, you go look me up on YouTube, watch some of my old clips, me dunking on some people.
Nice.
Yo, he slammed it on two dudes, two defenders,
Yeah.
poster.
Like, what should we search on YouTube?
You just like
Daniel Levitt monster dunk.
Yeah, this guy knows the exact caption too.
Exact
That's my
caption.
dog.
You guys were
Yeah.
fanboying him so
Oh,
hard.
so hard, bro. So hard. So hard.
That's my guy.
So, yo, that motherfucker made it.
Yeah. I play with him, man.
They're my boys.
Yo, that's sick.
And so, yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this mini episode. Following the next few days, we're going to post the full-length episode. And as always, my name is Danny. I'm here with my co-host.
KYP James.
Kevin G.
And our special guest.
Daniel Levitt.
And remember,
Sir.
Kill your
KYP.
pride.
The reason you were leaving, honestly, I don't know. Could it be you need that feeling? I know these drugs can't save your soul, 'cause we got high, so high, so high.